Hey everyone, Wednesday, Guild War Day. Like I mentioned on Monday, there won't be any Guild War video on Friday. Apologies in advance. Just to quickly reiterate, I won't be at home at all. Basically, on Friday, I'll be home super, super late, and I'll have to do Guild War basically while on the move or while at friends. So sadly, no video on Friday, but so be it. I mean, it's only preseason, so there isn't really much to do anyway, and nobody really cares, me included, about preseason. So not really tryharding. But yeah, just wanted to get this out so you're not confused. No video on Friday. Apologies in advance. But I'll make it up with some pulls next week for the free FRD. But for now, let's move on to today's Guild War. Today we are fighting against THxTempesT. And yeah, I already prepared the team, so let's dive right to it. We're gonna fight against Oppressor. He's got on round 1, he's got Lady of the Scales, Rinnak, Setsuka. And in round 2, we'll be facing Frieren, Genesis Ras, and Racist Sigrid. So for round 1, we'll be going with Benimaru, Hekat, and Mundom. Mundom, this is my build. I should change it now that I see it. Give it a little bit more HP. Let's include some stuff. Actually, maybe I want some ER. Good enough. So Mondom's gonna push, etc. Yada yada. So it should be fine. Oh my god, I can English today. So what's actually let me just finish the unit. So we'll use Benimaru, standard build, some just for damage. I don't need what's it called? Benimaru's touch because we're getting attack buff from Moondoms is free, unless I've totally mistaken. Never mind. We are not getting an attack buff from Moondoms, so I will actually do give him Benimaru's touchy. Never mind. And then I'll use my standard Hekat. I did change the artifact to Tome of Life's End just for the additional damage. Because usually I am usually running, she's gonna take forever, so I'm usually running the Drip Crow arty, but since I can't soulburn because we are auto battling, that arty doesn't do much other than provide some damage reduction via increased defense. But yeah, so the way this goes through is Rinnak S2's usually the highest CR unit. This should be Mundon. She should resist. After all, she has 125 ER and gets another 30, so 155 ER. Would be fine. Brackets, I hope. Actually, let me just quickly change this to attack, release, imprint. And she then dives onto a random unit, but since Moondom provides us with skill null and skill effect nullifier, we don't take any damage here. Due to the pushes from Moondom and Benimaru, the Lady of the Scales will guarantee push up in the CR bar and most likely outspeed, which is totally fine. And after that, it's most likely gonna be Moondom who gets a push. Or the turn, because she pushes from the S3 of Hekat, not Hekat, Lady of the Scales, due to her Truck Tourist arty pushing her by 12%. And because she also gets another push, a 30% CR push from Rinnak S2ing and then S3ing. So we should be technically super safe in terms of CR because my Benimaru only has 179 speed. So there's literally no chance Benimaru will outspeed my Moondom here because he only gets 40% and Moondom gets 42% in total, 30 from her passive and 12 from the artifact proccing off of Lady of the Scales S3. Eventually, Hekat will take a turn. She will S3. Most likely, she will S3 into the Setsuka. It'd be interesting to see who gets targeted by Benimaru. It's gonna be either Setsuka or Lady of the Scales. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter much. If you were asking me, I personally hope it goes into Lady of the Scales because this kills. And then there's free splash would be unmitigated so to say. And if it goes into Setsuka, well, he can take tanks 70% of that damage. It's kind of wasted, but I can't. I can't control the game in crit battle, so it's whatever. So bottom team, I'm fully assuming that the racist Sigrid moves first, but I do have more than 300 ER. So 296 ER on Christie. She can potentially be debuffed if that Sigrid is 200 effectiveness, but I don't see a world in which Monarch Iseria gets debuffed. She has 63 ER by herself. Getting that 296 means she's at 360, actually 359, but 360 ER, and I just don't see the world in which that racist Sigrid has enough. My Ilinov 100% gets debuffed. I have no doubt in my bones. Only 100 ER prot set. I technically, if I wanted to go super duper safe, I could go for a Bastion of Cope, giving Iseria even more ER. But at some point, I wonder, is it still worth? Like, I could, but I'd rather reduce the damage my team takes through Adamant Shield, because it's 16% less crit damage, and we all know that Frieren and Genesis Ras hit hard after all. So yeah, should be fine. So without further ado, let's see if this works. Do not display. Let's see if we win. Not a single casualty. That worked perfectly, apparently. I'd love to see it, but oh well. Let's move on to the next attack. For our second attack, we'll be attacking the Stripanese dude. We've got round 1 with Dien, Scales, and Sheeran, standard comp. If I manual this, it's gonna be free loot. It's gonna be very interesting to see if a quick battle match is also free loot, because it highly depends on who Arena goes into. Like, I'm really hoping these are both fast, Scales and Dien. So Arena dives into one of these, and technically speaking, unless I'm totally mistaken, Renat would, because she has no elemental advantage here, would attack the unit with the least HP. Now, because Dien takes 70% of the damage, she should have less HP than Scales, for example. In which case, that'd be good. The Renat would jump into Dien, just kills Dien, always. And then Scales goes, Frieren goes poof, and then we win. At least that's how it usually could go. But we'll see whether the AI actually makes this work. Now, the way this ends is if Renat goes S2, S3 into Frieren, because then the Dien won't take enough damage, will survive. She has freeze, but my units are on immunity, so that part is safe. Actually, she's not on immunity, but she can't get, what's it called? She can't get her invincibility or immortality up, so she doesn't have ignore ER. And I have almost 100 ER, so maybe she resists the seal if Dien survives. We'll see. But yeah, 34k HP, 10% here. We've got another 10% from Proof of Friendship and 12% from her imprint release. So we should be at, I don't know, 43k HP, which means that we still do 10 to 11k of pop damage, and that usually kills all Freerens. And this is the Young Senior. So all banking on Rena doing her job against these two, Scales and Dien, and then should be fine. Bottom 2 are Seti, Setsuka, and Genesis Ras. So this can't fail. 109 ER Rana, good defense, good bulk, should be totally fine. Well enough, same build we've seen just now, but this time on Bastion of Cope. In the unlikely case that this is a high effectiveness stunny the Cunny our city, and then we've got our standard hustle, and I'm so looking forward that I don't have to switch my only free F copy onto her. I can give her the free F at home version every time. But yeah, just a few more days. Now, ideally, I would like to use just Iseria gear. Actually, no, Azaria would be totally dumb. But ideally, I would like to have Pursuit on her just so our damage is higher, because 20% of her 8k pop damage, that would be dank. It'd be 9.6k in that case instead of 8k. But alas, I feel like the immunity is good enough and we cannot lose. It's just a win more condition in that case. But yeah, this should be fine. So let's pray that we win the round one, because that's the only thing that I can actually see failing. Not a single unit lost. I love this game. I probably should quick battle more often. Just kidding, Sindri, if you're hearing this. All right, time for the last attack. All right, last attack of the day. It's gonna be against Sun Snake 1. Round 1, we've got Renak, Eleanor, and Setsuka. And round 2, we've got Boss Aronka, Maid Chloe, and Frieren. So for round 1, I'm going with something counterintuitive. Both pen units, Benimaru and Frieren, but this should still clear. So, same idea as the first game we've had today. Renak S2, S3 into the highest CR unit, which should be Wunda. She has enough ER. I changed her already to Birds of Year this time, so we generate more souls for our Frieren, so she just survives longer. Now, because my Moondom is 265 fast, she will most likely always keep up with Renak, because the cooldown on her flow control, which is her passive, is rather short. So, and because she takes a turn, basically this procs, and after Renak is freeze, she takes the next turn as freeze. And this means it's only one turn. And she will basically always keep on tabs with Renak in that case. So Renak's S3 will never deal damage. It will always be pretty much ahead, meaning we won't take damage from Renak. The only real danger here is Setsuka. But because Renak is usually stealthed, meaning Benimaru will either go into Elnaf or Setsuka here, so it should be fine. Benimaru, same deal as before. Touchy, standard stuff. And then we've got Frieren on her own RT, and yeah, standard build. Because she's so much slower than Muldum, I can quickly calculate it. Yeah, 262.7 speed range. That means Muldum will always outspeed. And yeah, it's going to be curious to see. We won't see, obviously, that who Renak targets for her second S2. I'd wager it'd be one of these two, but it entirely depends on the CR bar. But anyways, the way this goes is Renak S2 is free, Mundam is free, Benimaru most likely gonna take the turn next. He's gonna S3 either Eleanor or Setsuka, low-key hoping for Setsuka, because that would definitely kill her. Then Frieren S3s, hopefully hits something. Then she has once, hopefully hits something, and from here on out it should be smooth sailing, but I don't know, we'll see how this goes. Technically speaking, this should clear. Round 2. Yulha, Belian, and Genesis Ras on auto. This should work. Belian has less HP, so I took away a 3F. Ideally, I have a second 3F. I don't yet. So I just gave her Broken Will of the Priest. I don't know, which already makes more sense. The most important part here is she has lower HP than Genesis Ras. So Yulha will always target Genesis Ras for her as free. She's speedy, so I guess that's something. I don't think we'll need it. This is my Yulha. Standard build. I don't really think I have to change her build for this. And this is Genesis Ras 3F. Technically speaking, Jan, his own RD does something. It provides 10% health increase. I don't think I'll need it. I'll be real. I feel like 3F is better, just more pop damage. Especially when he's superhuman, that 3F does make some kind of a difference. So it should be fine. 350 crit damage, 27 HP. Should be good. Should be good. So let's see how this goes. I should have probably checked beforehand whether somebody was attacking. Yeah, somebody did attack. We got 0 havoc. That feels bad, man. 2 people. Oh, yeah, Nixie attacked. Damn son. Oh, well, I should have checked. I didn't. But luckily, it's only pre-season, so who cares? Also, I missed that tower here. Whoops. Anyways, it's pre-season. And that wraps up today's guild war. Unlucky that my last attack went into nothing, but the 3 clean attacks, and this guild wasn't some bum guild that had inactive members with level 58 or level 40 users, so these were actual builds, actual units, but yeah, sometimes quick battles when you prepare thoroughly still work, so all good. That wraps up to today's Guild War and this week's Guild War. Like I mentioned earlier in the video, I'll be back on Monday with the next video. Apologies for missing out on Friday, but I'll be back on Monday, refreshed, hopefully, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.